All right, here we go. Chance Rich, 133 pounder here, Cal State Bakersfield. You're a local guy, right? I mean, you grew up not too far from here.
I grew up in Valencia, California, or Santa Clarita. It's right down the road. It's probably like an hour 15 from here. So, Bakersfield's been close to my home, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to come out here and wrestle for them. I actually wrote in, I think it was like my 7th grade class, my teacher, when I graduated high school, she was my 7th grade science teacher. She sent me back my letter that I wrote in 7th grade, and I had written down I wanted to wrestle for Cal State Bakersfield in college. So it was kind of funny to see. Like, I didn't even realize I wrote it when I graduated. I was like, wow, what are the odds? I wrote that down, and now I'm actually going here. So yeah, no, it's cool. It's close to home, and I take pride in that. Just wrestling for California, and just boosting up the state and all the wrestling here.
Okay, so tell me, growing up in the neighborhood, what's it like in Bakersfield? I come from the Midwest.
Yeah.
I look at you guys, you have success. I love your singlets, I love your colors, that kind of stuff. What's it like growing up here?
It's awesome, California, it's like, Bakersfield as a whole, like, it's pretty cool, When people think of Bakersfield, they don't think of, like, the nicest area, stuff like that, but it's, like, around campus, like, where all the guys are hanging out, stuff like that. Bakersfield is awesome. It's a tight-knit community. Everyone, it's a big wrestling community. Everyone's out here supporting, and it's pretty cool area, to grow up in. It's real hot, so everyone wants to stay indoors and wrestle,
Yeah.
All the other sports, it's like you're outside in the heat, so not a lot of people want to do that out here. But no, it's cool. And then Valencia, being right down the road too, it makes it awesome for me. Really, I could just drive down here whenever I want, go back and forth. From Bakersfield, at least, the beach is only, like 2 hours. We got the mountains, we got snow. We have pretty much everything you could ask for here, and stuff to do. So that's why it makes it easy. Plus, when I go home too, it's like, I'm only 45 minutes from LA. I'm only 45 minutes from the beach, so it's like, there's a lot to do rather than just wrestling. But, being able to come up to Bakersfield, kind of focus and, just put in the work here, it's pretty easy to do. The community revolves around it.
What's your major? What are you studying?
Business administration. General concentration. I'll get my bachelor's this coming semester.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pursue my MBA.
Okay, so you still have what, two more years?
2 years.
Okay,
yep.
good. All right, so what's classroom like here? What's academic load like here?
The classroom and academic load is actually not too bad. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the greatest student, coming into college. I just thought, it's part of the wrestling. And coming to Bakersfield actually kind of changed my mindset. They really preached, that grades are important, and, it goes along with the wrestling. If you're not doing good in the classroom, you're probably not gonna be doing good on the mat. And once I saw the change in, doing better in school and grades and stuff, it really boosted up my wrestling. And, the teachers, the campus, all the lifestyle, everything about Bakersfield, they're helping you out as much as you need. We got the Kegley Center for all of our student athletes, so we got our own tutors in there. If we need tutors for certain classes, they'll have them for us. We got like our whole computer lab, all of our, stuff literally just for the athletes. Our, the drinks they have there for us when we're, need something to eat or need something to, kind of boost our mental. So schooling it's not bad here actually. They help us out a ton. If it wasn't for some of these, advisors and people that are helping me, I'd have a lot harder time, but it's awesome.
So let's talk about your success on the mat, NCAA qualifier, 133, right?
Yep.
Okay, so tell me how your tournament went.
The past 2 years, it's been pretty cool. With COVID and everything, I'm sure it was hard for, everyone around the country. I lost in the blood round my first NCAA trip, which was a good tournament. I learned a lot of things. And then, this year I'd say it was a little bit harder for me. Even with COVID coming down, I think it was even, more stressful and hard for me because I actually got COVID this season. And I was dealing with some knee injuries at the start. And then, right when I got cleared and I was, coming full circle, right before Southern Scuffle, I actually got COVID, and it took me out for a month, like it was bad. And I didn't think anything of it at first. It was, it was all right. I got all the normal sicknesses, and then like about a month after, I was like, dude, it's not going away really. Like I was having problems in my chest and my lungs, so literally had to go to the hospital because of it. I had to freaking be on an inhaler. They said my like lung capacity wasn't, back to normal, so I had to sit out a little bit longer. And then my first duel back was at CBU, and didn't go my way. I lost, super tired. I was struggling around that point in the season really hard. I was taking losses that like I know I was better than the kids I was losing to, and it was just a really tough time in the season. And my coaches got me ready right around Pac-12s. We really stepped it up into gear. I started to feel a lot better. I wasn't sick anymore. I went in there. I beat the Oregon State kid. He actually All-American this year, took 8th. I beat him in the semis. And then I lost to Arizona State in the finals. He's also All-American. He's pretty good.
Right.
And then, NCAAs came around. My record was 2-2. I lost my first one, dropped it. It was a tough match. Wrestled back twice and won both those. And then last match, actually, I wrestled the Oregon kid, and it was a tough ending to that match because it ended 2-1 off of a stall call. With 1 second on the clock left, which was it was upsetting, because I thought, I didn't know I even had another stall call. They dinged me with my first stall call off of a scramble. I took a shot. He probably warned me when I was down underneath, fighting for the legs. I thought I had gotten the takedown. We get up, we go to the out of bounds line, and he's pushing me out, and they throw up the stall call. I'm like, oh, it's fine. We're gonna go to overtime.
Sure.
We'll settle it here.
Right.
And the ref didn't even know at first that it was the second call. And the other coaches were like, that's the second one. And the ref looked back and saw the other ref, and he's like, yeah, that was second. So they called it. That was the match, and yeah, it sucked, but it's like it was a learning experience. It taught me, you can't be, just okay with going into the overtime and and not forcing the action. I learned a ton. I'll never,
Never gonna happen
yeah,
again.
never gonna happen again. I mean, as much as it sucked, and I wish it could have gone another way. That's why he's on the podium and why I'm not. And it is what it is. I mean, I think it's made me a better wrestler. It's lit a fire under me like never before, and I've probably gotten the best training that I ever have after the NCAAs. We went to the World Team Trials. I took 3rd there.
Nice.
And I'm just I'm feeling great right now. No injuries, no sickness, no nothing. I'm just ready to train, ready to get better, and this next year is going to be big trouble for all those other kids.
I love it. All right, what kind of support are you getting in the room from coaches? What's it like in here?
Oh, it's freaking awesome. This is something that you're not going to get at the other big schools. Like when you're here, that you're getting 100% focus from the coaches. When you're going to these other schools, it's like, well, there might be 4 kids just as good as you in that weight class. If you're not doing what that coach likes, or you get banged up or something, they're just going to say, all right, shoo you off to the side. We're going to focus on the next guy. He's ready to go. But here it's like, I don't have to worry about other stuff like that. I know that when I come in, I'm gonna get the focus that I need to, work on my technique, and, they're gonna take time out of their day. They don't have to, be in depth with, literally like all these different guys all over the place. It's like they can actually take the time, bring me in the mornings and say, hey, we're gonna go over technique this morning. We'll wrestle some live. And my season pretty much, this year, since I had class during regular practice time, I would come in 2 days of the week that I didn't have class, and I'd wrestle with the team. And then the other day we'd have some other guys come in, and then I'd wrestle with my coach Blyce one-on-one.
Okay.
And we'd pretty much just scrap 2 days a week, every single week, and that frickin' has helped me get so much better. And anytime that I want, I could just ask the coaches like, hey, can we meet up at the room in 30 minutes, whatever. Like I need to go over some stuff. They'll be there for me. So it's awesome. I don't really think a lot of other programs, and I think a lot of people say that they have it and stuff, but I don't believe like here. These guys go above and beyond. They'll bend over backwards to make you get what you need.
Tell me about the team atmosphere. What's the camaraderie like? What's it like to be a part of this team?
The team atmosphere is actually pretty great. I mean, we got a pretty young team. Like a lot of our guys graduated over the past couple of years, but I think the team culture is changing here a lot, and that's why I think we're seeing a lot of growth in our wrestling and more just good morale around the room. Before, when I first got here, it was a little bit of a different coaching setup, and we ran things a little bit differently, and the morale wasn't as high back then. But now, like everyone's happy to come into practice. We're all joking around, we have fun, but when it's time to be serious and get on the mat and focus, everybody's ready to go. No complaints. And obviously with a younger team, we're still working and we're still getting better, you know, making sure that guys are getting up to par, but, you know, we make sure everyone feels included here, and, you know, we don't want to make anybody feel left out. We're a team, family, you know, we're going to have fun and we're going to work hard, and we're going to do, you know, the best that we can do with, you know, everything we put our minds to.
Starting to pay dividends, obviously. So, all right, man, I appreciate the time.
Of course, yeah.
Good luck to you,
Yeah, thank
right?
you.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
watching. Obviously, we have expectation. You set the bar here. You're going to want to raise it next year and
Yeah.
beyond. So, anything else you got for us?
Not off the top of my head, but really I just, you know, I couldn't do this without God first off, you know. I mean, he's everything, and, you know, my parents too, they're great, you know, they're one of my biggest support systems, and, you know, without them, I don't know where I'd be. You know, they push me and they make me want to be the best that I could be. You know, I want to thank my whole family, my girlfriend, you know, all my friends, my teammates,
Good.
my coaches, you know, literally everybody has an impact on my life, and I'm completely grateful, and I just want to make everybody proud. So, yeah.
All right, keep it up, man. I'm sure you
Thank
will. Thanks.
Appreciate it.